Okay, so you know how to create content that's going to attract. You know how to have conversations that are going to convert. You know how to help your customers get off to a strong start and get results. Now, do you want to know how to create people who want to build a business? Yes. I know. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Do it. All right, so most people think that business builders just show up. We have to go find them. They're hidden. How many of you said, I gotta find business builders? You think that there's going to be just unicorns who join, love the products, and immediately want to build the business. That is, in fact, untrue. That has happened 0 times in my business. None. Do you have any unicorns, Britt? Love the products and decided on their own to build a business. Yeah, me neither. Because business builders are developed. They're developed through connection, consistency, and belief. Here's a core belief that I have that you're welcome to take home if you want. Every single person who joins me with Plexus has a need that could be met by sharing it with others, even if that need is something as simple as covering the cost of their own products. Because if that is a need, they actually have way bigger needs. So I think about my friend Terry. When she joined me, she also dresses me. She just wanted to help to poop. Like, she literally joined to poop better. And that's literally what she said. I just want to poop. I'm like, okay, well. But I saw her potential right away. We were at a high school reunion. She used to take baths with my husband. It's weird. When they were little kids. I know. See, I know. I should start different. They grew up together as babies. They took baths together. She did like my husband's twin brother, but that's a story for another day. They're not identical, so that's a relief. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, she wanted to fish. And so anyways, I met her at a high school reunion and I thought, oh my gosh, that girl could be a jewel on my team. And Brandon said, Terry Lord Richardson ain't never going to do this with you. And I was like, watch me work. So I started with the products, which most people are going to always feel more comfortable sharing the products than the business. If that's you, that's fine. You can also be confident and share the business if you want. But as long as you do the right things with the people that you get, you can create business builders. So, saw her potential right away. She thought she was joining for better digestion. I thought if this girl ever sees what I see in her and catches the vision, she's going to be excellent. And so I was very intentional with her. I built a friendship. I helped her fall in love with her products. I exposed her to the community. I had to learn what was going to drive her. I invited her to my house. Surely she thought I was a weirdo, but she came with so much barbecue, you would have thought someone died. I'm not kidding. I'm like, this girl needs to relax. I invited her because I knew that she loved people and connection. So back when Terry joined me, Britt would drive 3 hours to my house to help me do events. And so I felt an immense amount of pressure to fill the room up. I knew that her driving 3 hours to do an event and driving back home meant a massive sacrifice to her family. And so I knew I had to get people in the room, and Terry was one of the ones that I got in the room. If I had not had an event to plug her into, I absolutely would have utilized the Welcome to Wellness calls that Brittany is starting. There is 0 shame in utilizing that tool. I will be utilizing that tool. When you have somebody that has giftings and skills that are more developed or better than yours, use them. Use them. Okay, so the event was the catalyst. Terry went from pooping to realizing she wanted freedom. She said, I have worked, this blew me away, every Saturday and Sunday for the last 17 years of my life because I wanted to be home during the week with my kids. So she gave up. I'm like, what about birthday parties? She said, Shane took them. What about church? Shane took them. Like, that's what worked for their family, but it came at a price. And so I knew immediately there's a problem and I can solve it. Right? Okay, so now obviously Terry is a jewel. She's a jewel. She left the, are you crying? She left the hospital, how many years ago?
Almost 3.
So that's almost 150 weekends. Almost 150 weekends. And for so long, she would like send me pictures of her and her husband on the couch on the weekends, like, look at us. On the couch on the weekend. She would be so excited. Okay, so she's proof that business builders are not found. They are developed, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to do today. So, you have a handout. I tried to create just the most simple process that I could. So here is the process. Connect, clarify, and then convert or create. So connect with their problem, clarify what they're looking for, and then convert or create. If you can connect, clarify, and convert, you can create business builders. But listen to me, if you do not follow up, like I taught you an hour ago, with any seed that you plant about the business, you will not develop a business builder. It is a process. It is not about skill, it's about the system. You'll get better at the skill naturally if you're practicing and getting feedback. Practice, get feedback. Practice, get feedback. Interesting, my people won't come to the Welcome to Wellness call. Her people do. Wonder what she's saying that's different than what I say. Let me go ask. Okay? All right, so number 1, step 1, connect. Help your new customers feel supported and plugged in fast. This is where you make them feel seen, confident, and part of something. So, step 1, like Abby showed you, add them to the wellness community. Tag them in the key welcome post. Send them the warm day 1 message. And then, most importantly, invite them to the Welcome to Wellness calls. Y'all, that call, it should feel like...
Right, yes. Yes, it does already.
No pressure to Brit. It should feel like that for everyone except her. All of our future success is depending on your call, so best of luck. The call, though, it's going to do the heavy lifting of that, like, intro transition that came for the products, but really I knew I wanted them for the business. It's going to explain how to get them results, which is going to build their loyalty and commitment to their product journey. We need that. And it's going to start planting business seeds, and then she's going to speak to the most common objections that they guaranteed will have. It will give you information on how to follow up. So, sample message for how to invite them to the wellness community. And yes, I will tell this to you again. Hey, Sarah Marie, I'm so excited that you decided to get started on your products. You made a fantastic investment in your health, and I want to make sure you get the most out of it. There's a short Welcome to Wellness call Tuesday night just for you, and it will walk you through exactly how to get the results you're looking for, what to expect those first few weeks, and how to get some simple tips to make everything work faster. It's only 30 minutes, totally worth it. Want me to save you a spot. So let me give you kind of a framework of this call. She's going to start it specifically for customers, and then she's going to say, hope that you got what you came here for tonight. If you're open to hearing how most of us cover the cost of our products and make even extra money, stay on the call with us. We're going to share a couple tips about that. If not, thank you for being here. Adios. People who are doing these calls, most people stay on. They don't leave. Do you see what a cool, easy transition that is? Then all you have to know, you're on, you're paying attention. They didn't leave. Interesting. Interesting. Rachel Griffin didn't leave the call. She stayed on through the whole thing. You better believe I know what I'm going to follow up about. Because she could have left. She was dismissed. Okay, so, okay. Remember that message, short, warm, confident. This is what I have. This is why you need it. Can you come?
Would you voice message that?
Shoot ya. And if they don't respond to my voice message, I always go back and say, let me know if that didn't play. But let me blame technology. You know you heard me. Step 2, clarify. The goal of this step is to move from product excitement to potential. So if they attend the call, which this is in your retention system that Abby put together, Hey, so glad you hopped on the Welcome to Wellness call. What stood out to you the most? Then bridge naturally. You mentioned your goal was this with the products. A lot of people find that inviting a few friends to do this helps them stay consistent and covers the cost of their products. Would you be open to seeing how simple that can be now that you've heard Britt's take on it? If yes, we're going to go through the simple start guide. I have this guide. It's going to clarify what we do. Now listen to me, lean in. This is where development begins. If they say yes to taking action, you must handhold every step of the process. Are they open to a launch event? That's in their simple start guide. Is there an objection to that you need to overcome? Are they open to making a post? If so, you create that post with them. Assume they know nothing. Did they post the post? How did they feel about it? Do they know what to do when someone likes or comments on it? Teach them how to start a conversation. Are they ready to start reaching out to someone directly? Help them craft a message they feel proud to send. You have skeletons of messages, but that extra step is saying, okay, Sarah Marie, here's an example of what some people say. What are your thoughts on making it say this or that based off of your personality? You're tailoring it to them. Did they send the message? Celebrate the action and then give them expectation for the results. Listen, when you send this, they may or may not respond to it. That's totally normal. Happens to me too. The main thing is you took the action. That's so awesome. We're going to pay attention over the next 24 hours and see who responds, and I'll teach you exactly what to do with those that do and those that don't. Just normalize whatever they're going to experience. You cannot say, here's your simple start guide. May the odds be ever in your favor. You've got to go, you're going right with them. They might want to take big steps, you're taking big steps. They might be taking baby steps, we're just going at their pace. We're matching their pace and also telling them what could be in front of them if they were to do more, think bigger, whatever. Okay, if they don't attend the Welcome to Wellness call. Hey, Sally, know life gets busy, but that new Welcome to Wellness call was so helpful for people understanding their products and setting themselves up for success. I actually have last night's recording. Would you be open to watching it? Now, I could wait for the next week to come by, but listen, you've got to capitalize on people's excitement and curiosity. Energy, energy, energy. It's short, but was packed with great info. I'm getting fantastic feedback from it. Keep them moving through your retention system. We built in business touches to the retention system, so if you follow it, by the time you get to 90 days, they've had multiple exposures to the business opportunity. Okay, remember when it comes to retention and casting vision for the business that intentionality is more important than perfection. Okay, keep them connected, keep celebrating any action that they are taking. Now, step number 3 is convert. Keep building belief and exposure until their readiness grows. If someone's not ready to share yet, that is totally fine. You guys remember, Brittany followed up with me for an entire year after I loved the products. After a whole year. How many of you can confidently say, I have followed up with somebody about the business on purpose for a whole year? It might be because your next jewel, she's a year from now. If you start doing what you're supposed to do right now, then you have a jewel potentially already on your team if you do the right things with them. This is the long game. So here's what I do. Keep building belief in the products. Keep building belief in the products. Every time they have a win on the products, better sleep, less bloat, more energy, celebrate it and say something like, Julie, girl, there are so many people who would love relief from that exact thing you're experiencing. Have you thought any more about sharing your story so others could benefit too? That's totally different than want to build a business. Again, Julie, girl. There are so many people who would love relief from that exact thing you're experiencing. Have you thought any more about sharing your story so others could benefit too? I'll usually end mine with a, would you be open to that if I? Would you if I? Or if I, would you? If I could show you how to do that, would you be open to that? Keep storytelling, highlighting people who are just like them, who are winning. That's another way I would leverage this event. Product user, hey, I met a girl this weekend in Gatlinburg. Let me tell you her story. She reminded me of you. She didn't see herself doing this either, but now look at her. In the mountains, beautiful weather with other women. You could do this too. Send a picture of you and her. Boom. Casually mention what's available to them every month. Fast start bonuses, product incentive, Christmas cash. You're going to practice in a second. It's not about pushing, it's about planting. People grow into belief through exposure. If you think that just you existing is enough for them to get there, they have a million voices in their head telling them why it's good for you but could never be for them. You're going to have to be the voice that says, that's not true. Here's why. Creating business builders, y'all, is not about convincing them. It's about consistently connecting people to belief, calling out their potential, showing them people like them who could have thought the same things that held them back but didn't, and then involving them in community until they start seeing what's possible for themselves. So let's go back to Terry for a second. Old Peep and Terry. She didn't join for the business. She joined because she needed to go to the bathroom. But I saw more in her, so I stayed consistent. I connected her. I clarified for her what was possible for her and because of who she was, and kept exposing her to belief and community. Now she's a jewel. And I want you to know that your next Terry could already be in your customer list. So here's your next challenge. You're going to take your customers starting now through the through the retention system. You're going to take them through the process of getting them to the Welcome to Wellness call. You're going to follow up with if they watched it, and you're going to follow up if they didn't. If they show interest, you're going to walk them through the simple start guide, step by step. If they hesitate, you're going to keep planting seeds through celebration and storytelling, because belief isn't taught, it's transferred. The more people you consistently walk through this process with, the more belief and business builders you will create. Okay, so we're going to take a couple minutes. On the bottom of that handout on the back page is a sample message about the Christmas cash. I think we're supposed to call it holiday cash, whatever. This is a message that I would send to current customers. If I knew already why they weren't sharing, I would address that too. So let's say I had already talked to Katie. Katie had already given me her objection. I would say, hey Katie, I know when we chatted about this last month, you were feeling like you didn't have the capacity to add another thing to your plate. And I almost didn't reach back out, but there's this thing on the table this month, this holiday cash thing, and I know right now with the craziness of everything going on, that holiday's a massive stressor for people. And I just know that this could be a blessing. So I don't know if you've thought about it, but if I could show you a super simple way to do this, and you would have me every step of the way, do you think you'd want to take a look at earning that? And then if she said yes, what I would do is either I wouldn't wait for the next Welcome to Wellness call, depending on when they respond. If it's in the next 4 days, you could, but I would just say, awesome, I'm so glad that you're open. Tell me why you're open right now. I'm inviting them to be vulnerable. Why are you open? Well, my husband's been furloughed. We're not getting paid. Whatever. And then you're going to relate. Like, I get that. That's so hard. I don't think it has to stay that way. I could totally show you how to make November different. Can we jump on the phone for a second? Could I send you a video? I'm going to send some sort of video. So either a three-way call, a Amber's income video that we use, so the Welcome to Wellness call. Welcome to Wellness is just your new third VIP rotating tool to use. And then I would say, I got this really cool simple start guide. We can do it together, me and you. You'll have me. I also will invite them to tell me, hey, listen, Rach, what do you think might hold you back from doing this? Invite that so that I know how to speak to that. So, business builders, they're not found. They are developed through a process. So you just have to be willing to engage in that process. Okay, so we're gonna take a few minutes. You're gonna send some holiday cash messages. We wanna practice what we're putting in place. If you wanna go outside so you can voice message it, make it sound like you. I think it's really important that it comes in your voice. But that's what we're going to do, and then you automatically know today is Tuesday. Yeah. On Friday, you're going to send that 2 or 3 day follow-up message. So when you write their names down today, go ahead and write their names down on Friday also. Got it?
Got it.
Questions?
New people or current people?
So this particular message would be current people, but if somebody comes to mind that you know, like, dang, she would be good at this. The fact that you have something that has a time limitation on it, I'm telling you, I'm going direct every time. Nancy, girl, I know we haven't even connected about what I'm doing, but there's this reason I wanted to reach out. I know you've been affected by the shutdown, and there's an opportunity this month for you to do this. I'm learning too. What are your thoughts on coming and doing this with me? I know that I can help you. So it could be either or, Ashley. All right, we're gonna take, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes and get some work done. Okay? Don't go far.